When you activate, hey y'all, hey, I'm back. Yes, I went on vacation. I needed that, but now I feel like I need a vacation after my vacation. You ever felt like that? Like I need a vacation after the vacation? Honey, whew. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me there. I do have another YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel, Timmésha Burgess. I don't really post on there much, but I'm going to start posting more there. Maybe not. I've actually been debating if I want to keep that YouTube channel or not. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see more of that channel, more of me and my certain elements when I'm doing certain things. I don't know. Let me know. If not, I'll just delete it. But listen, follow me on Instagram. You can get to see some of the photos from the vacation. Listen, when you activate, let's get into this. When you activate, you become self-centered. Yeah, I know. Listen, you actually become self-centered. This is going to be a hard pill to swallow for many that listen to this. But if you're on this channel, you are one of the chosen activated alchemists. And you're one of the ones because you've been through the most shit. You've had to learn how to turn your pain into power. You've had to learn how to turn shit into sunshine, baby. Right? Pain to pleasure, pain to power. And so if you're listening to this is meant for you. My spirit guides have also guided me to keep my videos a little bit shorter. If you want deeper dives, become a member over on Patreon. All of my members only content is exclusively on patreon.com/Alcheminity. I'm just going to give what I'm supposed to give here and keep it moving. Listen, when you activate, you become self-centered. Now, I'm being guided to look up the definition of self-centered, like I'm guided to look up. And, you ever get guided on some of the basic things from spirit, even though you know what it means. But spirit likes us to look up things for a deeper definition so we get the clarity that we need. Looking up a word, looking up things, okay? Follow your guidance on that. But looking up definition, looking up terms, its derivatives, help to activate you because it gives you a shifted perspective about what you think you know. Sometimes we think we know, but we don't have the depth of how deep and rich and juicy and delicious the power that we carry is. Okay. So I'm going to look up self-centered and read what spirit has guided me to read. Self-centered means preoccupied with one's self and one's affairs. Okay, self-centered is to believe that everything is about you. Self-centered, independent of outside force or influence. Hello? Independent of outside force or influence. Preoccupied with one's self and one's affairs. Listen, when you activate, you become self-centered and you become self-centered on purpose. Now, the world has tried to make us believe that being self-centered was a bad thing. Now, obviously, people make things very toxic, right? This is why on this channel here at Alcheminity, we are alchemist activated chosen ones because we have activated our mental health and our emotional intelligence. So if anybody is supposed to be self-centered, it is you, activated chosen alchemist, who is mentally stable and emotionally intelligent. It is you who have a healthy ego. It is you who have done the work and continue to do the work on and in yourself to raise your Kundalini serpent fire power up through your body to your crown, to be crowned so that you are sitting on the throne of your power and of your purpose. It is you who is supposed to be self-centered. It is you who is self-centered, as you should be. This is how God wants you to be. This is how the goddess wants you to be. This is what you've been called to be. You have been called and activated to be self-centered. Why? Because this means you are preoccupied with your mission, with your power, with your purpose. Definition says you're preoccupied with oneself and one's affairs. You know that your affairs involve your mission, your God-given mission, and your purpose on this planet. Of course, you're preoccupied with the mission and the purpose. What is there? What else is there? Other than the reason why you came to this planet? What is there other than the reason why you chose to come to this planet and fulfill the missions you were supposed to fulfill? What else is there that is more important than that? Right? That is at the forefront. And in order for you to fulfill your mission and purpose in this life, and your missions could be, like I mentioned before, a lot of your missions as an activated alchemist and chosen one, some of you are singers, some of you are writers, some of you are dancers, some of you are supposed to be leaders of countries, leaders of the free world, of new worlds, of the new world that is not coming, but that is here. Some of you are supposed to be in politics as congressmen and congresswomen. Some of you, again, may be models. Some of you are supposed to be I don't know, competing in pageant competitions. I don't know. Whatever your mission and your purpose is, it requires you to be in the public eye. And in order for you to be in the public eye, coming into alignment with your mission and your purpose, you are focused on yourself. You are self-centered. When you activate, you are centered in your body. You are centered in your mind. Are you hearing me? When you activate, you are centered in all of your chakras. Your spiritual being is centered in your physical body. As you are a vessel, you already know you are the Holy Grail. You're the vessel for something much more formidable, something much more powerful. You can't fulfill your missions or your purposes unless you're self-centered. You have got to be centered. You can't be all over the place, right? This being centered is the mission and the goal of every spiritual guru, a shaman, a nun, priest, pastor. It is the mission. It is the goal of everybody. Most people, I'm saying most people on the planet, this is the mission. For meditation gurus and spiritualists, the mission is to be centered. We're always talking about center yourself, center your emotions, center yourself, right? Hello? Because you're an activated one, you are able to be centered in yourself. This makes you self-centered. So this is why it's important to look up the definition of a thing and not just listen to what society has told you to believe is the meaning of a thing. You are supposed to be self-centered, but here's the thing. You are healthy in your self-centeredness. Your self-centeredness doesn't come from a broken, unhealed, or toxic, narcissistic place. That's for the others. You know who you are and what you are. You've only been able to get to this place as an activated chosen one because you answer the call. And the only reason why you were able to answer the call to your purpose and your mission is because you became centered in yourself. This has made you self-centered, and you had to be. If you were going to survive, and not only just survive, but rise and thrive in your power and in your purpose, all your yummy, delicious juiciness, if you were going to come into activations of your spiritual abilities, if you were going to activate your beauty, your magnetism, if you were going to activate your talents, your skills, and your spiritual abilities, you had to become self-centered, centered in yourself. And you had to go through some things. You had to go through some shit to find your center. Ooh. I'm hearing, I'm right there in the middle. Wasn't I there for you? Wasn't I always true? Didn't I wipe away your tears? Wasn't I shelter from the rain? Wasn't I there for you? Wasn't I always true? Didn't you know that I'd be with you, my child? I'm right there in the middle. Honey, I think I mixed up two different songs. I think one was Smokey Norfolk and the other was Oh Boy. Anyway, you get my point. You get my picture. Listen. When you activate, baby, you did this work on and in yourself. You had to center in your vibration. You had to center in your power. You had to raise that energy up from your pussy to your crown, centering in your spiritual bodies. You have built a firm foundation, new foundation. What? You are centered in your foundation. You are centered in your power, in your purpose, in your truth. This has required you, has equipped you, has called you to be self-centered. And I'm so fucking proud of you. So when people say, oh, she thinks she all that, oh, she's so self-centered, say you're right. I am centered in myself. I am centered in my power. I am centered in my purpose. Right? Instead of hating on my self-centeredness, why don't you go work on yourself so you can join me on this caravan? So you can join me on this mission. We can join in missions together. Why don't you go and work on yourself instead of watching me? Matter of fact, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. And I'm going to give you something to look at. Listen, when you activate, you become self-centered. So walk boldly in your centeredness, knowing that your centeredness comes from the work that you've done and continue to do on yourself. If this resonated with you, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, make sure you get in the comment section, make sure you put, I am self-centered and I know why. Hello. Get your copy of Activate. Click the Linktree link in the description box for those of you who are ready to work one-on-one with me. Know you need a little bit of help activating in your power and in your purpose and in your beauty and your magnetism and your skills and your abilities and your talents and all your yummy, delicious juiciness. I'm salivating at the thought. Listen. Reach out to me, email me, okay? All the information is in the description box. Make sure you become a member over on Patreon for all of the juicy members-only content that I share there. I'll speak with y'all, speak with y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now. Mwah.